Welcome back to Elbow Off the Top. My name's Adam. Today we're going to be doing our round 5 footy tips for the 2021 season. Last week was a bit of a crazy week, some pretty crazy games happening, lots of different upsets, all that sort of fun stuff as usual, and all the excitement. We're going to have a quick look at how we went last week, and then we get into this week. Round 4, I ended up tipping 6. Now I said in the video, I thought there was at least 3 or 4 real genuine 50-50 games. So if you tip around that 6 margin, I reckon you're going to end up doing pretty well. And I assume I have because I've moved up some spaces. I am now sitting 3rd in the overall Elbow Off the Top tipping competition. Tigers 80171920, also known as Patrick K. You are sitting on top. You got 7 last week. Congrats, man. 7 is huge because obviously Tigers your name. You're a Tiger supporter as well, so you missed the Tigers against Port. So getting 7 would have been absolutely massive. If the Tigers had won, you would have got 8. That's huge. Geelong boy 4, 5, then me 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 7, 7. Mason Jason 7. Did anyone get more than 7? Let's have a quick look down the ranks. Did anyone score? Bam! Christopher D, City Boys, managed to get 8. That is awesome. And 50. Wait, load more. Do I have more than 50 people? I thought I only had 50 people. Apparently, I haven't been pressing the load more. Has that been the case the last few weeks? I'm going to have to look back at my old videos and see if that's the case. We got so many people. Looks like our top tip got 8, so nobody got 9. Again, it was a tricky wit. So City Boys, Christopher D, great job in getting the 8 this week. And it looks like we got some new tippers as well this week, which is awesome. Jono L, Lucas O, and Jack P, Brinley M, and Daniel G, with all those different names. Welcome to the competition. I hope you have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun here. I'm going to pick a couple of random people out. So let's have a look. Names I haven't said or seen yet. Bunker 458. Hayden B, you're a good subscriber. I always see you popping up with your comments. Kobe's Tigers. Kobe, there's another name that I see often. Jeremy Bell, constantly sending me good stuff. And I believe Jeremy Bell may be the person who sends the best letters in the world, the ones that direct me through every single part of the package. So that goes well as well. All right, let's get into this week, shall we? All right, so I'm sitting 3rd. It's not bad. I'm also sitting 3rd on my personal one as well. So one tip below there. All right, let's have a look. Upcoming games this Thursday, aka tonight. I'm doing this the day before on Wednesday. We got the Saints versus Tigers. Obviously, I'm going to be tipping the Tigers. However, I'm excited to see what happens. Saints bounced back big time last week, beating the Eagles. And by bounce back, I mean they bounced back in the last, quarter and a half, where they were down by a couple of goals, and they bounced back and ended up winning by 20-something. And by a couple of goals, I think they were down by 30 points at one point, weren't they? I'm going to go the Tigers. I think, let's go 3 goals. I'm going to go 18 there. Please select the team before selecting. Oh, I didn't even select the team. There you go. Yeah, the Tigers. I just assumed that the computer knows that I'm going to tip the Tigers, so I didn't even need to tip the button, right? All right, so Tigers over the Saints. Going to be a good game. I'm excited. Dan Butler, obviously, against his old team. Jack Higgins will be first time. He'll be facing up against the Tigers in the Saints Guernsey as well. Is he still getting games? I'm not entirely sure, actually. Saints still looking good despite some injuries, major things like Jade Gresham and stuff like that going down. So still looking good. Should be a good game. I'll be able to sit down and watch that one. Where is it at? It's at Marvel. I only go to the home games for the Tigers at the MCG. They're the games I go to, if you're wondering. So don't look for me if you're trying to find me in the crowd at like Marvel and stuff like and away games. I only go to the Richmond home games that are at the MCG. I have my reserve seats, although I haven't been getting my reserve seats this year so far. All right, Friday night, Eagles versus the Pies at Optus Stadium. The tipsters are saying 94% Eagles. The form guys saying $1.33 to the Eagles, and Elbow off the top, I'm also saying the Eagles. I don't think there's any way Collingwood can win that game. Although Collingwood has been the team I've not been able to tip this year. There's always one team. Last year was Hawthorne. I couldn't work out when Hawthorne was going to win and when they're going to lose, and they really made me suffer. This year, I think it's Collingwood. I can't seem to tip when I think Collingwood's going to win and when Collingwood's going to lose. Last week, I tipped them to lose, and they ended up winning. The week before, I think I tipped them to win, and they ended up losing. Collingwood's the team I can't tip this season. All right, Bulldogs versus the Suns at Marvel Stadium, 99% to 1%. Yeah, I think the Bullies are going to continue on their winning ways and that means they're going to be 5-0 if they get over the Suns, which is absolutely awesome. Awesome start to the Bulldogs. I do love the Bulldogs. For those who don't know, my wife is a Bulldogs supporter, and by that I mean she doesn't really care about football, but when she was a kid, her best friend was a Bulldogs supporter, so that's sort of her team. So I got a soft spot in my heart for the Bullies. And on top of that, I want to see the Bullies do well. They haven't won a premiership for a while. So, wait, I take that back. they won in 2016, right? Yeah, I take that back. I was excited when they won that one, and I still do. They've got some great players. All right, Saturday Arvo at the SCG. Swans versus the Giants. Oh, it's the hometown rivals, eh? Hometown rivals, of which the Swans should absolutely destroy the Giants. Unfortunately, the Giants are just not in the gear they're meant to be. They did get a win last week, right? They got a win last week, which I did not tip. I think that was one of the games I missed. However, I don't think that's much of a muchness right there. So far, I wouldn't say there's many 50-50 games. I guess you could probably call the Saints versus Richmond's 50-50, although, obviously most people are going to go for the Tigers. Carlton versus Port at the MCG. In theory, Port, but it's at the MCG. Port are not as good outside of Port. Although Carlton is not probably as good as I give them credit for. Sorry, Blues fans. But I literally have, my close Blue fans all say that to me. They're like, I'm pretty sure you give the Blues too much credit. I don't think I can tip against. You can't tip against Port in this one. This isn't the one you die on your sword for this game. This is not the game that you die on your sword for as far as trying to tip a roughie. This is not the one. Port, yeah, let's go Port. All right, Brisbane versus Essendon at the Gabba. Essendon. Was it last week's game? Wins? Yeah, last week. Was last week? No, not last week was not their big win, was it? They went down by something. What did they do last week? Why isn't there what happened last week game right here? Hang on, can I just go to round 4? What happened to them last week? Oh yeah, lost by 3 points to the Swans. That's right. They always have a close game. Swans and Bombers, no matter where they are, because Bombers were towards bottom, Swans towards top. Swans towards top. They always have a good game. It's like Geelong and Hawthorne. They just always seem to have a good close game, no matter where they are on the ladder. However, Brisbane's got to bounce back, right? Brisbane's got to bounce back. Man, these are not. I don't think I've tipped a roughie yet. And let's keep going along. Hawthorne versus Melt. Whoa, this round is. And then Cats North Melbourne. This round is not. Oh, I haven't tipped a single roughie. I skipped Adelaide Freo. Adelaide Freo is probably the closest thing you've got to a roughie. I really like Adelaide this season, though, especially at Adelaide Oval. And Freo outside of Freo is not great. Hawthorne versus Melbourne. How can you tip against Melbourne? And the Cats versus North Melbourne. How can you tip North Melbourne? I don't think there's anywhere. $1.03 to $12.50. North Melbourne at $12.50 with 1%. Oh, the poor Roos. They nearly got it done. No, they didn't nearly get it done. They looked good early last week and then they fell away against the Crows, right? And that was away from the home. So, yeah, they're no good. There's no roughies I've tipped in there. I think I've tipped the favourite in every game because they're pretty obvious favourites. So unless there's a huge upset from someone, I guess that's. I don't think I need to. I'm sitting third on the ladders on my ladders. I don't think I need to tip a roughie this week. I think that's the key. I don't think I need to go out. I normally like to tip one roughie though. Look, if I was truthful, the roughie I'd probably pick is the Saints over Richmond, but that's not happening. I feel like if you want to pick a roughie and you're not a Richmond or Saints supporter, I feel like that might be a good one to tip tonight's game. Because despite the Tigers being incredibly good, the Saints are very good and Tigers are generally bad at Marvel Stadium. I'm just throwing it out there. We generally lose at Marvel Stadium. Look at last season against the Saints, then against the Bulldogs. Generally, we end up failing at Marvel Stadium. So if I was if I was not a Richmond supporter, my roughie would probably be the Saints over the Tigers. I'm not going to lie on that one. So, look, this video could age very, very badly, very, very quickly, considering that's tonight's game. But let's tip a. I got to tip a game for the. I like to do Sunday games to give people enough time. I got to pick a game for the pack. Nobody won the pack last week. We still haven't had a winner of the pack actually yet. So let's go with. Yes, in theory, Adelaide Freo is a more 50-50 game. However, I think I'm going to go with the Hawks versus the Demons because I think the Hawks can upset people. They've got a lot of young talent and they can come from anywhere. And I think I'm intrigued to see how many people pick the Hawks actually over the top of the Demons. All right. For a pack this week, a pack of 2021 Team Coach, you need to pick the winner out of Hawthorne and Melbourne and be exact on the margin. So that is, and I will send you out a free pack of Team Coach, or you can pick some of my, or I can open up on the channel and then you can pick whether to take the card in the pack or I'll send you a card from my trade folder. On trading, by the way, I'm very, 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 very far behind on that. I got inundated with like 40 people wanting to make trades. So please, please, please be patient. If I haven't got back to you, it probably just means that you're later in sending me an email, but I'm trying to make my way through. My wife's also sick at the moment, and I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting as far as the bub goes, being on school holidays and all that sort of thing. So please be patient with me on that one. All right, we're going to save these tips, and we're going to go put those tips in at Team Coach. Not prize cards, Team Coach tips. If you don't know how to do this, put the code in TCT21, Team Coach Tipping 21, and then you're able to enter your tips every single week, and you're able to have a chance of winning a prize card. All right, Tigers, Eagles, Bulldogs, Swans, Power, Brisbane, Cats, Melbourne, and Adelaide. Literally no roughies in this one. I've picked the favourites. But I guess the joy of being third on the ladder, I have the privilege of, getting to tip those favourites. Let's have a quick look at my top team. Don't think I've changed these midfields. These are my top fours. I don't even know if I have anybody else. Yeah. I don't think I've. Yeah. Is there anyone else I'd rather have in there? Nah. Luke Parker is always a decent pick. Timmy Taranto had 102 last week. Wow. Yep. Doherty is a good bet. Yeah. Look, I got high performing players in my top 4. Top 18. I think, yeah, Isaac Heaney. He's injured. I like Stephenson over Zeeble. Not going to lie on that one. Papley's still okay. Jack Martin's a gun. So the way that you unlock these ones, I'm pretty sure, is you need the best and fairest. So I've only got the teams that I've got the best and fairest cards so far of, which I'll have more very, very soon because I've made some trades for the best and fairest. Paddy Cripps Sandwich. So these are just my early best and fairest ones that I have. Look, I am tipping some of the top ones I have, so that's pretty good. All right, let's have a quick look at our star powers. I haven't run any gold ones in yet. I don't have anything updated. Look, I picked the best card I could have picked last week for my Rising. I didn't tip the best card I picked, but I'm going to go with Josh Kennedy as well. Butters is injured, I'm pretty sure. He got hurt, right? Which means... Let's go with Aaron Norton. DeGoey and Butler. Butler's going to have a good game against us. I just got a feeling. He's going to step back up for that. And why would you move Brody Grundy away from Grundy away from them? I have no idea. All right, and that will do it, I guess. That will do. If you're wondering, there's the prize cards, and that's what you can get the choice of. So... I just need a Team Coach tips for a top 10. I just need to get an 8 1 week, a 9 1 week, so I can make sure I get that Bolton. That's all I want. One round where I can get the most tips and get that Bolton. Fingers crossed it's this one, because Feels like there could be no upsets, but there always is. Let's face it, this is AFL football. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy my content, please make sure you like and comment down below. If you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you consider maybe hitting that bell icon and come along with me on my YouTube journey. I'm just seeing the morning sun really hitting the side of my face, so as if I wasn't already pale enough, now I look like I'm literally fluorescent. But apart from all that, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy, being amazing, and as always, I will see you in the next one. That's so bright. That's so bright. I don't know if that was happening the whole video. I wasn't looking at this camera. We'll see what happens.